Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, I am Sagar Panta, currently a third year MBBS student studying in UCMS Vairua. Well, I guess you know that MBBS is one of the toughest courses that there exists. I believe this is regarded as one of the toughest subjects because of the huge amount of information that you have to understand and then remember in a very short amount of time. You are likely to have at least one exam every month. And it's pretty likely that the information that you read at the start of the year, we are very much likely to forget most of them, if not all of them, by the end of the year. The story was not different for me until I came across this app called Anki in one of the video of Ali Abdul. Ever since I've known about Anki, I've been using it, and today it's been 538 days I've been using Anki on a regular basis because it's that good. I trusted its algorithm. I tried it for myself. I trusted the algorithm, but it wasn't so easy for me to stick to it in the initial days. The first time I downloaded the Anki, I couldn't understand how it actually works. I didn't know how to create decks and cards on Anki, so I uninstalled it. But then I realized I can use the pre-made decks. There are some pretty good pre-made decks available on the internet, especially in the Reddit. I made a video about that as well. If you want to check those videos, then there is a link above. You can check that out. I started using pre-made decks. Well, the pre-made decks were pretty good and they were really well organized. But the challenge still was to stick every day to the Anki. There was no motivation to stick to the Anki unless I found these three most helpful add-ons. And these add-ons are: number one, countdown to events and exams add-on. Let me show you how these different add-ons work. Go to Anki. If you look at my profile, this may be pretty much different than what it looks in yours Anki. This is because of bunch of add-ons, but I want to explain the three top add-ons that I explained. If you look at here, in the event sections, I have my obstetrics and gynecology ward ending in 12 days. And on the 13th days, I have the forensic medicine practical. And in the 33rd days, I have the final internal assessment of third year. Well, you can keep informations like this by the help of add-ons that I explained. The add-on is countdown to events and exams add-ons. You can go to the settings and add any informations that you have, any event that you have. Just put the date of the event, name of the event, and then add event. You can change it if you want at any moment. What this does is, whenever you open Anki, let's say you are doing Anki for quite a lot of days and you are stick to Anki, then what this does is you see the information that you have examined 12 days. Okay, then it gives you information that you have examined 12 days and you need to study for that. So you see the visual cue, the visual informations, and that motivates you to study. I like this add-on a lot. The second add-on is review heat map Anki add-on. If you look at these boxes, to be fair, I have not used it so intensely in 2022 as I did that in 2021. You can look at here. In 2021, there are days when I did more than 2000 cards on some days, like 2301 cards. These were 2 weeks before my board exams. All these days, these were all the days before 2 weeks before my second year board exams. So this keeps you a kind of motivations. Your own performance becomes your motivations. In fact, James Clear has talked about the power of habit tracking in his book Atomic Habits. From there, I've known that habit tracking in any form, be it in Anki, this is by the help of this add-ons called review heat map add-on. But in real life, if you do habit tracking in calendar, like whenever you achieve your goal or did some part of the routine that you have planned and marked it on the calendar and do it every single day, then whenever you see those achievements, that creates a motivation in itself. And this especially works in the bad days when you are so weak that you do not want to do that work, but your own performance that you have done over all these times, all these years, you don't want to miss the streak. I've got messages from a lot of friends whenever they miss 1 day streak. They want to make a streak of 100 days or 30 days, but missing a day feels so bad. You want to stick with it, you want to do all the cards, finish all the cards. In fact, today I have 1507 due cards. That is because I have not been doing step 1 cards recently because I'm in the third year and I'm mostly focused on the clinical cards. So I'm not done these cards. So there are a lot of due cards, but let's forget about them for now. And see, this is the review heat map add-on. And there are days when I have done just 1 card because I was not able to stick to Anki. I was so much burned out, but I still did not want to miss the cards. There are a lot of days when I did just 1 card, and these were one of the most lowest phases of my life where I could not think of doing anything. I was completely out of my mind, but I still did 1 card at least 1 day just to maintain this streak. And then I came back again and I did pretty well until 2022. I've been learning about video editing, video making, and a lot of different courses on finance, investing, and a bunch of those stuff. So I have not been doing Anki as intensely as I did. And third year itself is regarded as a honeymoon year, so I guess not doing Anki so intensely doesn't make a lot of difference. And the third add-on is Emboss add-on. What Emboss add-on does is, let's show you. Instead of saying, let's go through one of the cards. Let's say doing Anki is just a flashcard. You have a flashcard. Let's say the levels of thyroxine binding globulin and total T4 are increased with pregnancy and ... use. So this is one flashcard, and it is like one random informations. You don't know and you don't have any context about the informations. What is it talking about? If you know the answer, when are thyroxine binding globulin and T4 increased? Oh, it is increased in pregnancy, and with the help of what use? Let me think. Let's answer. Maybe it's because of contraceptive use. Who knows? Okay, that's because of contraceptive use. Well, this deck is Anki deck and it is pretty well organized. There are a lot of informations. But if you did not know the answer, then you see those blue line under the TBG and oral contraceptive and pregnancy. If you don't know any information regarding this, you can just keep your mouse under them. Let's keep under pregnancy, and it will show you the informations or the card from the Emboss library. You can read about anything, open any pictures, and you can learn them. Let's learn about oral contraceptive if you have forgotten any informations, or thyroxine binding globulin in itself. Let's go to oral contraceptives. Well, this deck in itself is pretty good, that if you didn't even have Emboss add-on, probably that wouldn't have mattered, because there are a lot of information in itself. But still, if you are making your own deck or using some other deck which are not as good as this deck, then still Emboss add-on works until and unless you are a medical student, because Emboss library is special for the medical students. So let's go about the oral contraceptive, and if this information still does not suffice you, then you can go to the library itself by clicking here. You can read about it by opening it in the library. You can buy the subscription of Emboss and use Anki, so that your experience with Anki overall becomes pretty good. So any card, it's not just about oral contraceptive. Let's go to some other cards. What do you do for a patient with suspected asthma with normal FEV1 by FVC? Well, asthma is one of the obstructive lung disease. So in that obstructive lung disease, FEV1 by FVC is generally decreased, because you cannot exhale the air out of the lungs. So FEV1 by FVC generally decrease. But if FEV1 by FVC is normal in anywhere suspecting asthma, then you do a methacholine challenge test. Methacholine causes bronchoconstriction and it exacerbates asthma. Well, I knew the informations, and I guess that is true. But if you did not know about what methacholine challenge is, then you can just go through this and read about it on the Emboss library. And this is possible because of Emboss add-ons. So this is very good add-on. And this is one add-on that I highly recommend for everyone who is using Anki. In fact, if you are using Anki without Emboss add-on, you are using it the wrong way. It's that good. So these are my best Anki add-ons, and I hope you found the video useful. If you find this useful, like the video and feel free to subscribe and share. Thank you. If you want to know how to get these add-ons, well, I talked about add-ons, but if you want to know how to get these add-ons, then what you can do is go to Tools, Add-ons, and let's go to Get Add-ons, and you have to enter the code of every add-ons. What you can do is go to Browse Add-ons. A web page will open, and when this web page opens, we have to search for those add-ons. But here are a bunch of add-ons, and searching them becomes quite a difficult task. So what you can do is press Ctrl F if you are on the Windows, or Command F if you are on the Mac, and search for add-ons. Let's countdown to exams, countdown to events and exams. So this was the first add-ons that I was talking about. Go to this and go down and copy this code. Copy this code. Ctrl C, copy, and then now come here and paste the code, and then press OK. Because I have already installed the add-ons, so I'm not doing this, but you can press OK, and then you need to restart Anki before the add-ons actually start working. And similarly, you can search for the Emboss add-on. Here are a bunch of add-ons that I am using, or if you know some add-ons that are pretty good, then let me know which they are. And thank you.